Alright, time for another game, and this one is called Pusio's Quest or something. I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Pusio. It would have been nice with some background music or something here, of course, but I mean, I don't think the expectation is to stay here very long. Nice with a little bit of a hover effect on the button as well. So controls, nothing special. The only thing I thought about was that it says nothing about how you attack enemies though, but hopefully that will be clear when you play. And now we have music, alright. So let's see what it says. Alright. So we have evil mushroom cultists. Okay, this looks weird. Okay, so we have the map. Is this UI a bit strange? Okay, I walk into it to attack. Just a second. Alright, so something is happening with the UI. Might be because I maximized. There's a nice little animation in. And you queue. No? I felt like you queued up. That's okay, that's really weird. So if I do that, if I do that, but if no. Okay, so I can press forward and rotate right. As maybe it's just that I'm late enough, so you probably don't queue anything up. So the map here is a little bit, it doesn't look like straight lines. Are those hands? They look like hands. Okay, so but we're not allowed to go through that door yet. So why are we at level 2 also? Or is that our level, not the dungeon level? Maybe that's it. Here we have mushroom cultists. Nice little water pool. Okay, that's a whole lot of health. Maybe I'm not supposed to fight them. I hope they don't follow me. Doesn't seem to follow me. So that might turn into a bit of a problem for me now, right? Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Alright, so no hitting mushrooms. Oh, when I killed it, I went to level 2, and that also gave me a bit more health. I think that's what happened. Take the helm. And then we walk with the mushrooms. It would have been nice if this fog of war was a little bit... It might actually just be the render distance max of the camera right now, but if it was a little bit more of a fog, so I think don't blink in as much. And maybe, I'm just wondering, it looks a little bit blurred here. Maybe that's intentional, but it could be also that you have some map maps or such things on. Well, yeah, I also noticed they have quite high field of view, I think. I mean, it's sort of fine, but you get a bit of a V shape here. I'm thinking this is... It's hard to know, because the camera position otherwise looks very good in the tile. But it could be that you have the camera more or less centered in the tile and compensate with a large field of view. And I think it's usually nicer to sort of move the camera back a bit and not have too large field of view, so you get these type of things. But you could also, there are ways to manipulate the view with the physical camera where you can still have these quite vertical, because it doesn't look very stretched in this direction, so it does look good in general. Alright, full health. Now we're level 3. I did take this one, right? Yeah, otherwise I wouldn't have survived. I get the feeling that there's sort of a correct way of playing the game. I cannot walk through those. There was a hand over here. Yeah, I should probably. We want that one. No. Ah. Nice little secret door. Well used. Well, so that was a really good level design thing here with the weapon. Yeah, what I was feeling, at least in the early part of the game, there's sort of a correct solution to it, how you need to traverse, and you're not allowed to, well, maybe you're allowed to make one mistake. The hand there was floating. Make one mistake with the mushrooms, but if you sort of do it wrong, you don't have time to learn, and then so this, I'm thinking, is a puzzle where I'm supposed to not fight them. Maybe I should fight them in the end, but not now. Probably don't. Did I miss a key? Where would the key be? There. That was hard to see, that key. That was really hard to see. Maybe the keys, I mean, I was just going to say, as I did in my game, that the keys sort of spin or something, so it's impossible to miss them. Final boss-ish. Or a big boss at least. I'm thinking like there should be a twist to this where you have to fight. But maybe you don't. But it feels like the mushrooms were hard. But now we have quite a lot of stuff going on here. And should be able to survive them. Why do we have this wall? That was a close call. I do like those. They're nice. Oh no. Well, now what happens? Yeah, now we can fight them. Cool. So maybe I can go back, right? If I wanna. And just farm some. I don't know if there's a max level, but. Probably it doesn't help, but I should have enough, or that seems to fill me up. All right. So this is the cultist. This gray line, I suppose, is part of the... No, that's the mushroom. Okay, it's like I saw these tentacles with the mushrooms as a single sprite, and that I didn't recognize, but it's the mushroom foot there. And then we have... Interesting. I'm not allowed to go here, but here I was. All right. See. Yeah. So there was a bit of a margin there, that's good, because otherwise it would have been bad if you have to find all the treasures in hidden areas to get to her. Okay, so now the UI that I saw over here, that it might have been outside screen for you on your resolution jumped in. And probably this one was meant to be up in the corner, and this up here probably. So yeah, credits, that's good, because that doesn't... It's always scary to click those buttons in case the game just closes down and stuff. But yeah, it was a nice little crawl there. It took me a restart because I thought I was going to fight the mushrooms, but obviously I had no chance. And since it was that early on, it didn't matter too much that I couldn't recuperate from having done 2 attacks on the mushroom, or it might have been 3. But yeah, so the first interaction there could be made a little bit safer. So that you can learn that you're not fighting the mushrooms at that stage. At least I feel like level 6 might have been a cap, or maybe I could have fought another mushroom and got to level 7. I don't know. In general, the level design was nice, easy to find your way, and as I said, the first secret to know that there must be some way to get there, and then not find the way, and then find the way, feel good about yourself. That part was really good. Obviously the UI there was a bit something wrong with the scaling of the UI or such, that I had it in the middle of the screen. I could see half the ending message when I shouldn't. But other than that, it was a really nice crawl. So thank you very much for your game.